The old power washer I found on the side of the road, dumped a few years ago. Surprisingly, I thought it would be useless. Took it up just to scrap it down and see how it works. And as I said, surprisingly, it works. Everything in this thing functions properly. Apparently, it was discarded because this hose broke off here. And when this broke off here, they were unable to reattach a new hose. I've tried this. Now they've cut off the plug, right? And apart from that, the hose is broken. That's the extent of the problems. I've tried several times to crack this. I have not been able to open this. So yes, it is worrying whether this could be used. My options are try it again, or two, weld on something here that allows me to connect a hose. Now I don't really have a use for a power washer, but then again, it's free, it's a project, it's something to do. So I'm gonna try cracking this again. If not, possibly welding something onto this, but we shall see, because the hoses for this are high pressure rated. Nothing I have could handle that kind of pressure, so it's more of an academic exercise than proper installation. Trying on device, grabbing it, trying all kinds of things, losing a bit more brass. As you can see, it's a bit shiny. The other option was take the whole thing off, because I just cannot grab this thing with the whole parts. So I've just taken the whole thing off. I thought it would have been a little bit more challenging. I actually took a little bit of knocking with the hammer to get that out, because those were pretty tight, screwed in here, really tight. But they're not too complex. Interesting design, o-ring seals which look a bit damaged, as you could see. I'm not sure how well this seals after it goes back up, and that's why I really didn't want to do this. Anyway, that said, o-ring seals there. Not exactly sure how these little plastic pieces work all together. I'll clean it all up, try to put it back together. Interestingly, they did not actually grind this flush. This is just the straight sand casting, so maybe it isn't as critical. Maybe these seals work really well. I do not know. I would have thought they would have been critical, but doesn't appear so. Anyway, as I said, seals are damaged. We'll see how this thing all goes back together. But in the meantime, we're going to try again now. When I have this off, it's just a matter of taking off the connections here, and I'll get that whole piece separate so I can clamp it properly and try some percussive methods of opening it. Mark this now as a failure. Same problem. Even after taking all this out, I got a slight notch here. Hopefully that doesn't cause any problems. Lost a bit more brass trying. Heat it up. Major dents with the monkey wrench. No luck. Complete scrape here. No luck. Grip on the vice grip and the bench vise. No luck. Right, scrapes here, here. Eventually, this is the monkey wrench holding this with the vice grip, holding the bottom, the bench vise holding the bottom here, and the monkey wrench here. It's digging in fully. This will actually, it has not gone through into the hole yet, but it will break this whole piece off. So I'm grabbing here, and the bench vise is holding the bottom here and turning this whole thing. No luck. I really can't put any more force on this. I can't believe with all the heat and everything else, this is melted, smoked. Still no turning. I think my only option now is to get a piece of copper tubing, fit it over here and brace it. I found that bracing on steel is a little bit more complicated. Flux gives trouble, so that's the only option now. Slip a piece of copper tubing over here, brace this. Temperatures I need to reach for bracing is problematic. This is aluminum. This above the temperature, the aluminum melts. Beyond that, this has the whole safety mechanism in here with the pressure switch, right, to turn off the arm thing. So yeah, plastic parts, wiring, aluminum that melts before bracing temperature, a very little space, possibly a rubber inside of here that I have not been able to take out, but this refuses to turn. anymore, I will break the whole mechanism. I have nothing to weld aluminum. I can't afford to break this. um, if I cut this, where do I get another nut to fit back? So this one has failed, and I do not have a good solution. Brazing this with a piece of copper is the best option, and I'm not convinced that will actually work properly, but I guess we will find out. And that will be at a later date, of course, because I don't have that size copper on me.